They might never say it out loud, but you can feel it. The moment you enter a room, something shifts. Smiles falter, laughter dims, conversations stop. It's not because you're harsh or arrogant. It's because there's something about you, an unspoken intensity that unsettles people, even if they can't explain why. You ask deep questions. You speak calm proposito. And when you meet someone's gaze, they often look away. You've been told you're too serious, too intense, that you overanalyze. But what if that's not a weakness? What if, as Carl Jung believed, you're carrying a psychological presence, a kind of aura born from confronting your own shadow? People aren't afraid of you. They're afraid of what they see in themselves when they're around you. Your energy reflects their fears, their insecurities, their masks. So they pull back not because you're dangerous, but because you're real. And that honesty disrupts those who are used to hiding. Jung spent his life exploring the nature of the psyche, how those who face their own depths emit a different kind of presence. Not a mystical glow, but an energetic field shaped by thought, emotion, and the unconscious. This aura communicates before you ever speak. And most people aren't ready for that conversation. The more aligned you become, the more your presence provokes reflection in others. Not everyone welcomes that. Below are 13 signs your aura might be overwhelming. Not because you're broken, but because you're rare. 1. People say you're too intense. You're not trying to dominate, you just don't sugarcoat. Your words have weight. You say what others avoid, and that makes them uncomfortable. What they call too much is usually their resistance to emotional depth. 2. Surface-level talk drains you. You feel exhausted in shallow conversations. How's the weather? And did you watch that show? Don't nourish your spirit. You crave substance. Jung believed this aversion to superficiality comes from being deeply connected to your inner world. 3. People offload their emotions onto you. Strangers open up. Friends pour their hearts out. You're the therapist in the room, even when you didn't sign up for it. You listen, absorb, hold space. But rarely does anyone ask how you're doing. 4. Eye contact feels intense for others. People glance, then quickly look away. Your gaze goes beyond social formality, it pierces through. Jung described this as an unconscious mirror. When you've integrated what others repress, your eyes reflect what they can't face. 5. You trigger strong reactions without doing anything. You walk into a room, and someone suddenly gets defensive or distant. You didn't say a word, but your presence stirred something. Your energy mirrors truths others are trying to bury. 6. You spot inauthenticity immediately. Pretending, performative behavior, fake laughter. It all grates on you. You see through masks like glass. Your presence doesn't tolerate illusions, and people feel that, even if unspoken. 7. You make people question themselves. You ask the questions that shake certainty. You don't blindly accept normal, and in doing so, you expose the fragile ground others stand on. You don't have to argue, your clarity does the work. 8. People get close, then pull away. At first, they feel seen, safe, understood. Then suddenly, they ghost. It's not rejection, it's fear. They weren't ready for the depth you revealed within them. 9. You unsettle authority figures. You don't flinch in the presence of power. You hold your own calmly, quietly. And that quiet self-possession can make those who depend on control feel unsteady. Your energy says, "You don't control me." 10. You're misunderstood as the problem. You arrive with integrity but still get cast as cold, arrogant, or distant. This isn't about who you are. It's about how your authenticity disrupts someone else's self-deception. 11. Strangers feel drawn to you. In airports, cafes, waiting rooms, people start confessing things to you. They say, "I don't know why I'm telling you this." It's not coincidence. It's your numinous presence, the gravity of a grounded soul. 12. You read rooms without a word. Tension, resentment, hidden emotions. You pick it all up without anyone saying a thing. Jung called this psychological intuition. It's more than sensitivity. It's insight beyond logic. 13. You've always felt different. Not lonely from lack of company, but from soul divergence. You felt like an outsider even among friends. You weren't meant to blend in. You were meant to awaken, and awakening isolates before it connects. You're not intimidating because you're trying to be. You're intimidating because your presence challenges people to face themselves. And most aren't ready for that. So they call you too much. But what they really mean is you're not easy to ignore. Carl Jung once wrote, "The privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are." And that privilege comes with solitude, with being misunderstood, with being seen as different. But in truth, it means you've done the inner work most avoid. You're not broken. You're not too intense. You're just rare. And rare is often rejected before it's respected. So the next time they flinch at your presence, just smile. You were never here to fit in. You were here to wake people up.